Hello, you guys. This reading is for Aquarius. I've already pre-shuffled your cards. You got heavenly signs, healthcare change, finances for your internal structure, and for your external influences. You have listen, you have impasse, you have child, and you have confusion. And the structure of your reading is going to be based upon strength, which is the card that you have. So whatever you're going through, whatever has just taken place, you are developing strength, or you have developed some strength. When I was shuffling your cards and meditating, like, I felt a type of peace. It's almost like a serenity peace, to where you accept things that's going on and you're allowing things to work for you and not against you by being at peace. And if you haven't, that's kind of the feeling or the vibe that I was getting. So it could be that that's a mentality that you have adopted, or it's a mentality that Spirit wants you to adopt. So, but the basis of your whole reading is knowing that you have the strength, you have developed strength. The things you have gone through have developed your type of strength. And no matter what is going on, your strength is still being developed really through peace. You know how, what do I say? You get strong by exercising, or strong by doing your daily walks. Well, your strength is coming through having peace. At this time, it's just about you having peace and knowing that peace is your strength. Because some people can't handle situations. They get frustrated and then they're not able to move forward, and Spirit is not able to help them. But you are developing a type of strength that says, peace is my strength. I don't have to do anything, to where people are going to be like, well, how can you be so peaceful at a time like this? Well, you're like, because I have strength, because God is my strength. What does it say? The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. So your strength of all is having peace, and even people around you will notice that. And that's a gift, to be able to have peace and have people be in your company and feel peaceful. So that's what I feel for you guys, Aquarius. That's what I felt. Just like a lot of peace. But getting back to the reading, you have heavenly signs, healthcare change, finances, and those are all life change message. That's the life change oracle card. So right now in your life, like, you may be noticing signs and different things that are going on that you didn't notice at first, and Spirit just wants you to pay attention to that, because it is their way of letting you know that they are with you, and letting you know that everything is going to be okay. So your main thing is just having, peace throughout it. You also have healthcare change. That is about either you or someone around you going through different healthcare changes, be it good, bad, or indifferent. That's the purpose of your strength and your peace. It is happening. It's not to harm you or to hinder you. They just are making you aware that, we grow, we age, and things happen. And sometimes out of nowhere situations occur. But it's working. I want to make sure that I say the right thing. It's something that is happening, not against you. It's nothing that you did. It's nothing that the person did. It's nothing you could do to change. It's something that's just happening. And I'm hearing that it's beneficial. So it's beneficial if you just hold on to your strength. It's beneficial. And you also have finances. So finances is about either receiving or taking a pay cut. Either you're receiving money or you're taking a pay cut. For you guys, you might just be working on your finances, and this is all internal. So the internal part is about, you may be aware of this healthcare change. You may be aware of these heavenly signs, and you may be aware of the finance, either pay or cut. Either raise or cut. You might be aware of that, but you are trying to process these things and understand what's going on. And that's why your external forces are around you. The things that are preventing you from, having the strength and accepting it, is the fact that you have to listen. The listen card says, quiet your mind, beloved one, and listen to our gentle reassurance that everything has been taken care of. Stay in a quiet and receptive state without worrying about the exact nature of your desire's manifestation. A quiet mind and body hears as quickly and clearly. This is one request to you. Listen, and this is a part of your angel message. And on the other external, first you have child. And it says you care deeply about children and they readily respond to your love. All children, including your own inner child, require love, affection, and attention. We can clear and open your heart and schedule so that you can give more time and energy to the children who need you. So on the outside world, you are dealing with, you know, even with healthcare or finances and those heavenly signs, like you're being required to listen. Like maybe you're asking God, like, what do I do about my finances? Or how do I handle this healthcare change without scaring anybody around you? Maybe you're dealing with a healthcare issue that you don't want to put on anybody else, and you're trying to have strength and be strong enough to not maybe appear weak. And maybe I don't know, maybe you need more help, or maybe you know more than what you are speaking of, and you're like, how do I get them to understand it without making them feel guilty or without making it seem like a burden? Well, Spirit just wants you to listen and know that it's going to work out. And pay attention to the heavenly signs, because you know sometimes family and friends already know what we are going through, and maybe it's not as drastic. It could be just a simple, or maybe you want to tell somebody to pay attention to their health care, and that's when Spirit is saying listen. And it could be regarding a child. Either it could be your child, or you don't want to affect your child with this situation. It's different for everybody. And you're just trying to focus on your finances. So remember, the 3 in the middle is internal. So obviously this is something that you are aware of, but it's outside factors that are causing you to think about it maybe differently, or it's outside factors that are affecting it, the way you see it or the way you understand it. And at the bottom you have impasse, and at the top you have confusion, which is weird, because both of those cards are about not really understanding. So on the outside, it may seem confusing, or maybe the people around you are not really aware of what's really going on. So it's like you're being strong enough to say, though I am going through it, I don't want to confuse anybody around me, and I don't want to put too much on I just feel like for you guys, you don't want to put too much on anybody else. Like you're trying to be strong, and you want to make sure that you are strong. Not that you don't want to appear weak, but you rather be strong and be at peace, because it'll keep everybody else around you at peace. No matter what this situation is, it could be you or someone around you, but you are more dealing with it internally. That's what I feel. You're dealing with how you feel about these different situations. Maybe you're getting signs of how to make more money. You may be getting signs of how to make more money. You may be getting signs of how to improve your health. But you're dealing with it inside of you. You're not really letting anybody in on it. Maybe you're speaking about it a little bit, but outside of you, you're being asked to listen. Maybe others can help you with it. Maybe they have an input on it. And when you listen, you also have to quiet your own mind, and you have to be at peace to absorb what someone has told you. You know how somebody can tell you something, but you don't really understand what they say until later on in life, after you have a moment of self-reflection and hearing those words repeated back to you. This is kind of like what Spirit is saying. If you listen and quiet your mind, you're going to hear some stuff that you heard in a different way. Because sometimes when we listen to people, we don't hear it right away. It's like, yeah, I hear you. And depending on who's telling you that, you just hear it as, oh, that's her or that's him, they're just talking. But if you quiet your mind and be at peace, you actually hear what they were saying in a different way, to where you're not biased to what they had to say. And regarding this child, it's just basically saying, even if you're afraid that the child will know, or you don't want to burden the child, or it is the child, maybe the child is going through some things, it is okay. That's why Spirit is telling you that all you have to do is call on them, because they see that you are here to help children, and you have a special connection with children. And this whole situation is allowing you to grow outside of how you view your relationship with children, whether it's a grandchild, whether it's a child, whether it's a niece, whether it's a nephew. All of this is helping you to deal with relationships with children, but it might be causing confusion. But the confusion is going to go away. The confusion was really for strength. And impasse is about having a disagreement. So it may have caused like a disagreement and some confusion, and that's why you just decided to keep it within. Because on the outside, people were trying to figure out how we're going to do this with the finances, how we're going to do this with the healthcare. And you're like, well, I'm seeing it from a different perspective, which is the heavenly signs. Like maybe you've been praying about it and hearing different things from spirit, but you're not knowing how to communicate it because you don't want to cause any confusion based on what everybody else feels or what everybody else has said. But there won't be any more confusion. There won't be any more confusion because you have developed a type of strength. That's what I feel. You developed a type of strength. And this whole situation came about so that everybody in the situation could become stronger. Without this situation, you guys wouldn't be able to have the strength that you guys have today. So I would just say, just be thankful. At this time, you could just be thankful. I'm telling you, because the energy you have is like of peace. Maybe you're about to receive some peace that you don't know about. But it's gonna, I don't want to keep saying, I know this, that's what I say because I'm listening to spirit and I'm trying to communicate, and I have to take that pause and that break to make sure that I'm just not forcing things out of my own mouth, my own understanding. But it's causing a type of peace. The peace that passes all understanding. So this whole situation is only causing peace for you, and this strength, and that's serenity. That's all. All you getting from this is strength and serenity and the ability to say, I heard in the beginning, though he slayed me, yet will I trust him. So if it has caused like some situations where you felt like, God, I don't even know why you're doing this to me, God is saying, trust me on this one. Trust me, because it's going to be beneficial. Like I said in the beginning, it's going to be beneficial no matter what. No matter how you perceive it, it is going to be beneficial, Aquarius. So that's your reading, and the overall thing you need to know is that you have strength and you are being granted peace. You are being showered with peace. Peace of mind, peace of heart, peace of soul, just a lot. The first energy, just a lot of peace. And this is my first reading. So you guys I've just received some of your peace, not to, I've just received some of your peace. So it's a beautiful thing. Just make sure you share it, and you are becoming strong, and the people around you are becoming strong, because it caused all these different structures around you, this confusion. Well, it's the way that God shifts it is he'll use a situation to bring forth awareness to everybody involved. But it might seem dramatic at first, but once it starts slowing down and clarity begins, you will see the bigger picture and the bigger meaning behind it. That's why they're saying heavenly signs. It's just about peace, and that card is so beautiful. It looks peaceful. So it's just about peace, Aquarius. So whatever you're going through, finances, healthcare, it seems like healthcare was the main thing, but that healthcare might affect your finances, be it good or bad. It's still about, the only thing you need to know is you're developing strength, and you're about to have an amazing flow of peace just enter your body, enter your home. I'll speak it for you, but that's what I feel. Just an amazing flow of peace. So that's your weekly, Aquarius. Make sure you subscribe, and make sure you stay tuned for more.